What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Road to Glory Criminals Sheffield United episode of 58. Today we've got Premier League games again. Obviously deadline day was last episode, so all the transfer windows done and dusted. On to obviously the first half of the season till January, which is obviously this January transfer window. But like I said, our main focus is now on our games in the Premier League, in the Champions League, and also EFL Cup and the FA Cup. But the FA Cup comes kind of towards the second half of the season. But anyway, last episode, we actually signed 3 players on deadline day. We signed 2 free agents just for a bit of backups in our squad. And also we signed Armstrong. I don't actually know where he's technically at in real life. I know he was a Newcastle player. It's just, he went on loan to Barnsley, then I think he's been bought by someone else. I'm not too sure on it, but Armstrong, who obviously used to play for Newcastle, probably still does. We bought him. He actually was at Aston Villa in this career mode, and at 80 rated, and he was actually a top scorer last season as well. So I wanted to do a deal for him because as well, it actually ticked off one of our objectives, which was obviously sign a striker to a crucial position, which we did do. So that obviously let us compete that, and obviously we got a good backup striker, to be fair. I mean, Tammy Abraham, he's been alright. I don't really like his playing style much. I don't really like how he plays, basically. I think he's very sluggish. That's how I feel he is. But anyway, like I said, we did sign Armstrong. We've got a few, obviously, pre-contract players as well. We've got Masonda, Zaha and Indy. So hopefully they can come into the squad and do bits. And then that was really it for transfers. We didn't sign a lot of players. We've still got a lot of cash left. I was kind of aiming for that because I wanted to, have some cash for January to see if I could bring any better players in. And just one more signing we made was obviously Lewis Baker from Chelsea, who slotted into that midfield. But anyway, we beat West Brom. Their Edgar Davids lookalike goalkeeper was actually quite a good goalkeeper. He was pulling off some saves, but in the end, we did actually beaten by quite a bit in the end. And obviously last episode we only had 2 games. One was against Leicester in the league, which we won away 2-1, and one was against Panathinaikos. Now in the Champions League this time around, we've actually got quite an easy group. We've got Bayern Leverkusen, which is probably the hardest team, but probably not a very hard team, to be fair, to play. Then we've got Panathinaikos, who we thrashed 5-1 in the last episode, and we've got Anderlecht this episode. So we haven't got the hardest of groups compared to last year, which I'm kind of glad about because, I can kind of, in sim matches, play my second team against them. So that's obviously, can focus more on the league and in domestic cups kind of thing. Because this season, I'm off for the quadruple. I want to win it, guys. I want to win the league, Champions League, EFL Cup and FA Cup. I want to do them all. And, obviously the main focus is probably the Champions League. That is probably my main focus more than the actual Premier League, but because, I haven't won the Champions League on YouTube, and I want to do that, and it's so frustrating, because I've been doing this for, I don't know how many, I think it's like nearly 2 years now, and, I just haven't won the Champions League, and it's so annoying, but anyway, we'll do our best with that, and obviously in the league, we did have West Ham up next. Lanzini, this game was causing me some havoc. He was playing like bloody Messi. He was really, really playing well. He opened the scoring for them to make it 1-0, but basically straight away, I went down the wing, crossed it into Dembele, and he actually equalised for us with a header. Goalkeeper should have saved it. I think it's Adrian. He is normally in the goal for them. I mean, obviously it is our 5th year now, but I still think he's in goal for them. And then that was half time, really. Not a bad half. I mean, West Ham, to be fair, very early on, they were pressuring me. They were looking like the better side. I mean, I thought I was quite fortunate to get a goal, to be fair, but I'm kind of happy we did, because in the end, in the second half, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he doesn't do this as much as I want him to, but it's a very bit of a controversial goal, because you're looking at it thinking, how has that gone in? It's like the slowest shot ever, and looking back, it did go quite slow in the end, and the goalkeeper was a bit too slow getting down, but the main thing was Loftus-Cheek put us 2-1 up. I'm hoping Lewis Baker pulls out a couple of them as well, because he's got about 80-something long shots, which is just incredible. So I haven't really had a chance to do that with him yet. I'm hoping just, for a clear-cut chance, edge of the box, bang it top bins, but it just hasn't come. But anyway, 2-1 up, and then Ojo, this is his basically trademark goal. He gets a ball put through to him, he runs onto it and just finesses it into the net. I think most of the goals I've scored with him have just been like that. And to be fair, he's bagged a few goals this season now already. I remember he got a hat-trick, I think, in the first episode. So, and to be fair, last season he got about 3 hat-tricks altogether. So, last season, very good player, and he's kind of kept on his form in this season. The only player that I'm kind of it's been bugging me is Dembele, and you'll see that I had to take him out of this lineup against Anderlecht, and I put in Armstrong, so I want to see how Armstrong plays. I've only brought him off the bench, I think, in them last 2 games now, so I ain't really given him a chance. And to be fair, he didn't do too bad in this game. He performed quite well. We did get a penalty early on, and it's from the new Belgium, Tielemans. He's gone to Monaco in real life, obviously. And I thought I'd take it with Armstrong, to be fair. Naturally, he did send the goalkeeper the wrong way and put us 1-0 up. But like I'm saying, Dembele, I might sell him in January. I don't want to, because he is like 22, 84 rated. He's somehow got 95 pace, and he seems slower than friggin' Mertesacker. I mean, I just hate it when players, feel like that. If FIFA needs to fix that in FIFA 18, because if players have 95 pace, they should be fast, and he just don't feel fast at all. But anyway, they get a stupid penalty here. I shouldn't have slide tackled, but in the end I did. Roberts brings I think it was actually Tielemans down, and Tielemans did step up and put that penalty in, so he kind of makes up for his mistake and puts them level. And to be fair, they give us a good game in the first half, Anderlecht. They weren't actually too bad. I couldn't really break them down. I was obviously a penalty isn't really an open play goal, and you can get a penalty from a bit of a mistake. But first half I was quite frustrated that I couldn't break them down and get an open play goal. But finally, I see a bit early on in the second half, Masonda, their centre back were just caught in 2 minds. He didn't know whether to come to the ball or stay in the box, because I think it was Ojo that was on the other side. In the end, it was too late. Masonda got basically to the 6-yard box and just finished it off into the corner and makes it 2-1 to us. So good goal there. This episode and last episode, he's getting a few goals. Thank God, because it should be, to be fair. He's 85 rated, 99 pace, 5-star skills, I think. This guy should be ripping people apart, and early on in the episodes he wasn't doing that, but finally he is, and he gets a good goal here as well for his second of the game. Puts us 3-1 up and basically wins us the match. So all round, very good this episode. 9 points out with 9, 6 points in the league, 3 points in Champions League. I think we also had a cup game if I'm not mistaken. I think it was against Brentford. I think we also beat them as well. I simmed that because we was at home. I probably would have simmed it if we was away anyway. But anyway, all round good episode. Maximum points altogether. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please like and subscribe if you are new. And guys, I'll see you later. Peace.